Hello and welcome to the Heart Now Here Spurs Fans Podcast, a podcast from proper Spurs to all the proper Spurs around the world. And we are here yet again. I don't know how we still get ourselves here, Matty, to be honest, but we get ourselves over here every week, and we come and talk about Spurs. And I think we're ruining everyone's lives as well as our own. But I'm back, TJ Smith with Matty Kerr. How you doing, Matty?
I'm good, mate. How you been, man? How you been? Long time no speak.
Yeah, I know. Well, life's getting in the way as usual, isn't it? But in a way, it's probably a good thing at the moment, the way Spurs are playing. But yeah,
it's a distraction for sure.
Definitely, and needed, I think. But I've obviously I went Wolves away on Sunday. Somehow made it back home. I was steaming, to be fair, mate. I was absolutely levered on the train back. And then I've been dragged around Cheshunt and World of Adventures for the past 2 days. So obviously half term with the kids, we took our little girl and her cousin to Cheshunt for a couple of nights. And yeah, mate, I'll tell you what, I've been on a roller coaster with Spurs this year, but fucking some of them at that theme park, fucking a little bit worse than Spurs, I think, to be honest. But it's it's been a bit of a mad one, mate. Been a bit of a mad one.
No, I can imagine, mate. Going back to Sunday, mate, I knew you was on the sherbets, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because you started giving me jip about 9:30 in the morning, mate. I thought he's off his rocket already. He's steaming.
Mate, I was on the train at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was getting on the train to Euston at like 7 in the morning, and I went up there with Jake. And yeah, man, it's just one of them minute. I think we had about 20 beers on the train between two of us, and then a few JDs and that. Yeah, it was an interesting conversation with the missus when I got back that night, when I was meant to be driving to Cheshunt at 9 in the morning. So
how was that? How was that yesterday morning?
What? We went. Yeah, yesterday morning. Yeah, fucking hell, it feels like I've been there ages. But no, do you know, it was good, to be fair. I've never stayed over in them theme parks before, but we stayed in like the Safari Hotel and all that. I mean, we that's what we should change this pod to, like exploring the theme parks of the UK, because Spurs are fucking awful, man. It's like Groundhog Day on here talking about how shit they are. But
what was you on the teacups and that?
I couldn't do the teacups after Sunday, mate. Anything that spun, I stayed away from. If it went in a straight line, I was alright, but if it started spinning, I was like, no thanks. Like, they got all that new Jumanji World and all that, so the kids loved it. Kids absolutely loved it. But yeah, so Matty, obviously I know you boys were on last week, and obviously we're talking a build up to the big one on Thursday. But yeah, Frankfurt, you was at the game, weren't you? I think quite a lot of the boys went.
No, mate, I didn't go, mate, because I was still on crutches and that, so I'm kind of off crutches now, so I didn't go Frankfurt, man. I sold my ticket for Frankfurt.
Well, it was annoying, wasn't it? Like, I mean, obviously I couldn't get to Frankfurt either, but I was watching it on the screens, and I think we hit everything but the net in that game.
Yeah. Frustrating, wasn't it, mate? Like, do you know what? There's not many positive performances this season. I thought that was one of them. I actually thought we was unlucky. We got caught cold with Geezer just running that Poro, smashed it in the net. But I think after that, I thought we were good, mate. I thought we were good.
Yeah, I thought the same. I thought, like, obviously the first half was a bit touch and go, but then second half we came out and we absolutely dominated it. But I feel like when you're in the ascendancy that much, you have to take your chances.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't get the net in that game, and like we end up obviously going away with draw. But for me, it should have been like.
Did you think the draw's enough, T?
I don't know, man. Like, I'll be honest with you. If you'd have said to me a draw before the game, I'd have said, no, we're going out. I said, we're going out. But I do think in that second half, we dominated. Like, it just depends how they turn up at their game. Because if we play, if everyone turns up the same, then then I think we'll go through. But I think there'll be a different team at home. I just don't think we'll be able to.
I feel like we are going to go there. We are going to create chances. We will cause them some problems. It's just if we score. We have to score.
Right? we can't score at home, let alone over there. So
no, yeah, I think we will go there and create chances. We just need to put them away. But I think they will create chances as well.
Yeah, well, their atmosphere is something else. Apparently, I've not been, but a lot of the boys are going over there, aren't they? So, yeah, let's see what happens. But I mean, I don't know, man. I'm very skeptical. I feel like our season ends on Thursday. I really do.
Oh, mate. Do you know what though? It does end on Thursday. That Nottingham Forest game, I don't think there'll be 10,000 there.
Well, my tickets, I can't do the Monday night. My ticket's been on the exchange for about 2 months. Honestly, I put it up ages ago because I knew I weren't going to go. And it's not. As soon as it got announced as a Monday fixture, I put it on the exchange because I couldn't do it.
That's definitely not going to sell if we lose on Thursday.
So someone was in one of our chats earlier and they were like, oh, I've got a Forest ticket for sale for 60 quid. Oh, if you find anyone paying 60 quid for them, mate, let me know.
No.
Mine ain't going anywhere.
No. Mate, you got to be paying someone to take that seat off you, mate.
I'm telling you, I don't think anyone's gonna go. Like, it's really bad at the moment, man. But on like, all jokes aside, if we don't get a result on Thursday, that's it. The season's done. Like, no one's going.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Ange stays if we don't get a result on Thursday?
No, I think he'll be gone. I think he'll be gone on Friday morning.
Yeah, you think it's literally
I think
league or bust.
Do you know what, mate? I honestly believe as well. Even if Ange wins us the Europa League, Ange will walk in the summer. He won't stay. He'll just walk.
To be fair, that's a big fuck you from him, innit? If he does walk, because he's like, yeah, I've won a trophy. Nah, that's it. Done. See you later.
But in his response, in his thing, he'd be like, look, won you a European Cup. Do you know what I mean? You've absolutely slated me this year. I told you about the injuries and that. I've won you the European Cup. I'm off. Deal with it now. You lot deal with it going forward.
That would be a big fucking 2 fingers up to us, I think, if he did that.
But do you know what, though, T? We're used to getting mugged off like that, ain't we? In some way or another, we're always used to getting mugged off. And I think Ange doing that will just be another little...
Now in a coffin, honestly. But I'm scared for Spurs. I'm scared for Spurs next season. I really am. I'm looking at this year and thinking, thank fuck there were 3 teams worse than us this year. Because listen, if you get to this point and you're on like mid-30s points, which we are, I think we're on 36, 37, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like, if you get to this point of the season and you're on that many points, you're in a relegation battle normally.
Do you know what, team? Right? Imagine Ipswich or Leicester were better, right? And there was one space left in that relegation battle, and we went and lost to Wolves 4-2, and now they've gone from like 5 points to 2 points behind us. I'll be shitting my pants.
Mate, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, I was at the game on Sunday, and like I've never done Wolves away, so I thought it's one to tick off. But I mean, we ain't got the greatest reputation up there, to be fair. Like, as in, I know we've lost quite a few up there, but they're fucking poor this season. Wolves, apart from the last 3 games where they've pulled it out of the bag a bit, they've been poor. So for us to go up there and get done like we did, there's no bollocks in that team, you know. I'm telling you, I watched every man on that pitch, and they got no fucking like, they don't want it. They just don't want it. And whilst I know I've come on here and I've played down the Premier League games, you still got to put some sort of fight in, like, regardless if we got anything to play for or not. Where's the pride? Like,
that's what I was saying to you, right? So we were brought up in Tottenham. You got like, and it's kind of like fight. Do you know what I mean? In Tottenham, like, even growing up in Tottenham, like, do you know what I mean? All you know is just fight, just to like eat or live, you know. And you got that team down the road that show nothing, absolutely no fight whatsoever. I think they're an embarrassment right now for that Tottenham name. I really do. But they show absolutely nothing, mate. Nothing.
I agree with you totally. And like, I watch it and I sit there and think, you know, a lot of people, they blame, first you blame the board and like the investment, but then you're still professional players and like, they're not mugs, right? Like, this is a team that finished in European places last season. A few changes, but nothing major. Like, and I sit there and think, do we just need to adjust our expectations? Are we a mid-table side again? Like, is that what we are? Because you see, I've watched Newcastle go and win a trophy for the first time in 70 years this season. I'm watching Villa like come back against PSG tonight. Like I'm pretty sure they're on the way back, aren't they?
3-2 up. 3-2 up on the night.
Mate, do you know what I mean? So I'm sitting there thinking, this is the situation where I'm watching other English teams now that were nowhere near it, have been relegated and come back up, and now they're overtaking us. How has it got so bad at Tottenham? Honestly, how has it got so bad?
You look at it, right? There's no togetherness at Spurs, is there? There's no one fighting for each other. Like, if I was in that changing room, I would, like, be like, I don't know, to, like, Bentancur. Is that your mate? Like, to, like, Basuma or something. And they'd be like, yeah. And I'll be like, but more for you, because the Geezer wouldn't run for you, mate. Do you know what I mean? You'd absolutely steam into every single one of them players this season. Losing 17 players is not all on a manager. Them players have to take responsibility for that. Like, Ange might be at fault for a big chunk of them, but no way should a team like Tottenham, with the players we've got, should be losing 17 games, and that's just not on the manager, mate. That's a bigger problem than just the manager.
100%. And listen, there gets to a point where you need to look at yourself in the mirror and think, how accountable am I for all this? And there's not many players this season that can look themselves in the mirror and say that they've given it their all this season. I think Bergval's had a good season. I think Spence, when he's been involved, has had a good season. I think Archie Gray's done a job this season. But realistically, there's not many other names that I could like throw out there.
I'm not on the Archie Gray hype,
mate. He's had to do a job though, isn't he?
No,
I'm not sitting there saying he's the best player in the world, but he's come in and he's done his job this season.
But look, at the start of the season, we bought him, and if it wasn't for the injuries, Archie Gray probably wouldn't have got a look in. He's not for now; he's for a couple of years down the line. Yeah, if he plays right back, he plays centre back, he plays left back. Expect Tottenham to concede at least 2 or 3 a game. I always say this, like. We never really keep a clean sheet. I think it was that Europa League game. He come on for Van der Ven, and within like 1 minute, they scored. Like, it's not him, but he's not a centre-back. He's not a right-back. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we're going to play him, play him in his normal position. But why is it now he's just off, and Bergval is now getting all the minutes?
I think Bergval's great, though, no?
No, I do. But where's Archie Gray now? Like, where's he gone? Like, everyone was like, as soon as Van der Ven and Ramiro are back, Archie Gray will go in his position. It's not, because the truth is, Ange doesn't like him in that role.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
And to be fair, it's a role that needs work as well. I don't think Basuma's that good. I think Sarr's dropped off. Bentancur's hit and miss.
TJ, I've been saying this for ages. Papa Sarr is fucking useless, mate. Yeah? He just runs around the pitch. He can't pass. He can't tackle. He hardly ever... He scores now and again. But, mate, he's not good enough. He's not... Papa Sarr offers us absolutely nothing. I say... And Basuma, he's going to have to go this summer, isn't he? The thing is, though, we registered that we were at our loss this year, revenue-wise. Yeah? We're finishing 15th or 16th in the Premier League. It doesn't look like, unless we win Europa League, we're going to get any European football next season. What manager wants that job?
Mourinho's looking for a club with no European League.
What are you selling to a new manager to come in other than, I'll give you 3 tickets to go and watch Beyonce?
Oh, mate. Honestly, it's so bad, isn't it? Look, is anyone out there listening to us, right? And just, I mean, you must be bored of hearing it from us, but I want to know how other fans feel. Like, is there anyone else that's like still has a bit of a hype for Spurs at the moment? Because I've got to be honest with myself, and it's probably not the right forum to say it, but listen, we come on here and we talk truth. That's one of our points, right? And for me, I've lost a little bit of love for it this season. Like, it's become a chore, like going to games for me. Like, I love the aways, always do. Like, but getting down for the home games now, I'm like, I could be taking the kids to Chesterton. Like, it's that sort of, like, honestly, that's the sort of vibe it's got to, where I'm sitting there thinking, well, them fuckers don't want to play for me, so why am I going to go and sit there and watch them, like, play every week?
Overall, though, mate, what was Wolves like? What's it like as an away day? Like, Archie Tanzin on Instagram said he saw you at Wolves with the flag. What do you think the score will be Thursday? So, like, was you holding a flag?
Yeah, so I bumped into quite a few people up there, and so Archie and was there with his family and that, and I saw him. They had like the Brazilian flag. It's the one we put up on Instagram. And again, I was a few beers deep at that point, but I said to him, "Listen, boys, I love the flags and that. Let's get them all. And if you don't mind, I'd like to put them on our page." And they obviously they obliged. They were nice boys. Spoke to him for a little bit, told him about the pod. But yeah, listen, this is the thing about Spurs, like, and you've got people like Archie and his family, and then a lot of the other people. We do have a good following. Everywhere we go, we fill the allocation, and we go and we sing our hearts out every week, and we try and get behind the team to do well. But yeah, it's just like, as an away day. Listen, I'll be honest with you, I got some stick off everybody. They were like, "You're doing Wolves this year." I was like, "Yeah," and they went, "Fucking better you than me, mate. Like, it's a shit away day. Like, we just don't fancy it."
On the side, like, what's it like atmosphere wise?
Yeah, you get put. It's weird. Like, they stretch you right out. Like, you've literally got the whole of like one side lower tier. Strange setup. Like, you don't really get that many away days. You normally get given a corner somewhere. But yeah, listen, it weren't like getting to the place is one thing. There's not many pubs that serve away fans. So we got told it was some place called the Blue Brick, which is like a Premier Inn pub, and then it got changed last minute to Prince Albert. A couple of people we met on a train were getting cabs a bit further out to like have a drink and then come back in. And yeah, so it's a little bit awkward. But yeah, we went to that Prince Albert. There was a few faces in there that we know. And that was a weird one, because then when we come out, we thought we'll have a drink before we get on a train. Prince Albert was a home pub after the game. So all the away pubs were shut after the game. So, mate, honestly, I was like, this is a fucking nightmare. Yeah, the ground itself is in the middle of like a retail park or something. I don't know what it is. But like, listen, it's one of them old school grounds, you know, it's still got the old school sort of vibe and feel to it. Yeah, I thought it was all right. I thought it was all right.
There were some shocking performances out there, though, weren't there, against Wolves? The individual errors for that game it was comedy.
Honestly, like, I'm pretty sure they heard me shouting at them, because I was shouting at them at one point. I was like, "You're meant to be competing for honours. You think you're gonna win anything this season?" Like, and I'm sitting there thinking, I just want to see fight. I want to see bottle. But in answer, huh?
It's not there. It's not there,
mate. It's not.
Look, T. I tell you what, the total disconnect right now from that team to fans is gone. Yeah, they're gonna have to build that back up. We kind of had that a couple of years ago under Conte, where there was no connection really with the fans in that, and I feel like it's gone. I look at Arsenal, like what they're doing. It's amazing, yeah, what they're doing. They're all together. They're all in the same thing. Even if they're finishing second, they're all in it. You know, like Newcastle. Look at that. Just look at them. Aston Villa. Just look at them. We're talking Newcastle and Villa couple of years ago. They were in the Championship team.
I know.
Not in the Forest.
Not in the Forest.
They could come up from the Championship.
It's what? Well, they got deducted points last season, Forest. And they're competing for European places. But this is what I was saying, Matt. Like, it's got to that point where we've fallen so far behind. Like like we were the pack, and now we're not even in the chasing pack to get into like these people competing for honours. And we're somehow in a European quarterfinal, and we've got our chances to win a trophy on Thursday. But listen, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But in answer to Archie's question, I think we didn't give ourselves enough of a cushion at home to go over there and get what we need. And I hate saying that, because I always do back us. But I think on our travels this season, there you go. Yeah, what James Coop said there, we needed the 1 goal cushion at home to bring it to Frankfurt ahead. And I totally agree. I actually said we need to be 2-0 up before we go there. And we had the chances, we didn't take them. I did a little live straight after the game, actually, and I said at the time, I hope we're not made to regret not taking those chances. My heart's telling me we won't be. My head's telling me we will, and that we ain't going to get through. But as Spurs fans that we are, we live in hope, and a lot of the boys are going out there. I know Kev's going out there. A lot of the boys, Jake, who I went with on Sundays, going. I think there's a good
chat now. So you got Jake, Pepper, Damon, all them in the Instagram chat as well, right as we speak.
Oh, they're talking today now about
it. Jake's going on to Germany tomorrow. You know what Jake's like? Jake and Pepper, when they're going at each other, they're just talking utter bollocks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for those of you that listen to us regularly, you probably hear a few names banded about. If you follow us on the Instagram or the socials, you'll see them. And whilst we're on that, we probably should mention the sponsors, because, like we do with Spurs, they stick with us through thick and thin as well. So join it.co.uk for all your IT needs, and Hotspur Heritage, do go and have a look at their stuff on Instagram. It's some really unique and brilliant stuff. So please do check out our sponsors when you can. But yeah, it's tough, Matty, mate. Honestly, it really is. I'm literally
prediction? Frankfurt score prediction
2-2, and we go through on penalties.
You just told me we're going out.
Yeah, I know, but I can't, how can I sit here and say that and then go look my kids in the face and tell them that they need to support Spurs when they're older?
I know, mate. I know.
I've got to back them, Matty, but my head's telling me it ain't gonna happen.
Do you know what, mate? Like I say, I think we'll go there. We'll cause them problems. They will cause us some problems, but I think we'll cause them problems. But it's just if we score from when we're causing them problems.
Look, and are we going to score? Firstly, we're going to score. Do you think we're going to score?
Do you know what? I think Spurs win 3-1, mate.
Fucking! I wish I had your fucking thing about it. I wish the players had your fucking belief about it.
Listen,
let alone us.
I think Porro has to start on the bench. I think we go with Spence, Ramiro, Van der Ven, and Dogi. We need a strong, fast back forward. You know what I mean? If we're going to play the high line, Porro got caught against that geezer at home. I think we need Spence on him. And then I think you're going to go with Birdwell and Bentancur, Madison, and then it's going to be Sonny, Solanke, and Johnson. And Johnson, can I just add? I can't stick by him no more, TJ. I can't see a tap in at the back post for 30 seconds out of a 96-minute game anymore. He offers us absolutely nothing.
Do you know what Johnson was at school? He was that kid that goal hanged. That's all the plaudits. That was him. That's what he. Listen, I like Johnson, but I like him because usually when he gets the ball in the area, he's scoring every time. But that is all he offers. Absolutely nothing else. He has no defensive nous from playing on that wing. He has. I don't really see him as integral in any build up for attack. I think he is a poacher at the back post, and the fact that he's our top goal scorer tells you how. And this is no disrespect to him because he's a great finisher, but I think that tells you how far off it we are when we don't have someone who can really bring goals home from out of nowhere.
Here's one for you, T. Right, so if we don't win on Thursday, I think Andrew's gone. Yeah, I think Andrew's be gone. He'll probably get told that he's got to walk home from Frankfurt. Do you know what I mean? You're not even getting on the plane, no, mate. But what do you do to the end of the season? Because we know the obvious is going to be Ryan Mason to the end of the season. Yeah. What do you think there needs to be a bit more spice than that, or what?
No, I think you need to see it for what it is. The season's done. Thursday, if we don't go through to the next round, it's done. The season's finished, and Ryan Mason can take charge. We're not going down. We've got nothing to play for in the Premier League apart from pride. The boys have got a free hit. The board need to take a serious approach to the management situation. If like I say, he goes, which obviously if he doesn't win the Europa League, he's gone anyway. And they need to have somebody in place for the end of season.
But who? Why would anyone want to come right now?
At the end of the day, we're still a Premier League team. We're still a Premier League team. We're still an established big Premier League club. And I think, listen, I do agree though. There's nothing on. If you're somebody that looks at Spurs historically, and you're trying to look to build a career at Tottenham, you're never going to choose Spurs.
Mm.
If you're a manager who's won things everywhere, you're also never going to choose Spurs. So, what is the draw for Tottenham? And it has to be the challenge, and that's it. It's the rebuild.
I've been thinking about this, T, and I think if Ange goes, and for the last 5-6 games or whatever it is to the end of the season, I think we're too nice of a club, and I would honestly, we are going to start. I would go out and probably get Roy Keane as interim manager to the end of the season to come in and basically just shake the place up and be like, you ain't fucking doing that no more. And then at the end of the season, Roy Keane goes, but we get a manager that come in. But what even if Roy Keane, some things that Roy Keane had done in the like around the changing room, the next manager can build on. Do you know what I mean? But them players are soft as shit, TJ. They've got no balls about them. They need someone to just kick them up the arse.
But this has been our problem for like my entire like watching the Spurs. We've never had a team that wants to drag through the dirt and work hard and really kind of get naughty. Do you know what I mean? Get a bit nasty. Like we've never had a team like that. And I think all the teams that have done well have had a nasty streak. I hate saying it because you know what I feel about the other London clubs. I can't fucking stand them. But I think Chelsea have always had a bit of nastiness about them. Like not so much Arsenal. I think Arsenal are showing now why they're bottlers as well. They're the biggest bottlers in the world, by the way. Arsenal. How people say we are compared to them is a joke. They are such bottle fucking jobs. I said that now. You watch them win the Champions League, the cunts. But
do you know what it is though, T? We had Conte, yeah, and he was kind of that animal that we kind of needed. And then when he come out and said what he said, like I know Conte just in the end he irritated me, but when he come out and said what he said, it was every word you can go back and listen to, and it's just facts. What he's saying is facts. And I tell you what is with them players, they're so protected, it's unreal, yeah. We go out suffering, yeah. Like Thursday, if we go out Thursday night, we're hurt, yeah. And Friday we're in bits still. It's fine for them. They just get a nice luxury plane home. Do you know what I mean? They go to a luxury training resort. They'll have dinner cooked for them. Do you know what I mean? To lose 17 games and still walk into that training ground as a happy place is unreal. It's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not right.
I agree. So what?
We need someone to go in there and stop being so nice.
Are you saying we need to go Rocky free on them and like get back to the shithole gyms and make them train down New River and all that?
Mate, do you know what? I tell you now, that was me the other day in Ange and we lost the Wolves. Monday morning, they wouldn't be going into that training ground. They'd be going straight over Donkey Lane, Enfield Planfields, and like you're training over there.
So, I'll make you right. I feel like there is some sort of like, I don't know, it feels like
17 games, I'll be like, mate, you are fucking cleaning shit the streets today. I've been onto the council and you're sweeping streets today. End of. Oh, well, I wouldn't have it.
Then the heart's gone from it. But listen, it is a rundown to the end of the season now, but it all hinges on Thursday. We've had our predictions. You know, we're hopeful here. We think it can come. We want to know what all you lot think. We're going to be asking the socials. If you don't follow us already, get onto us on the socials. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on X. We're on TikTok. Come along there. And then we're on all your platforms for the live podcast as well. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. We're on all of them. So if you can get us in any way, or even if you can't get us, talk to us. We'll find a way that we can reach out to you guys and get on those platforms that you use more often. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. But it all comes down to Thursday, Matty. And literally, can we prolong this season?
Mate, Spurs are going through. End of. Like, we're going to win. We'll go Germany and get a result. We'll go through. Beat Bodo Glimt in the semi. Probably get pumped by Man United in the final or something. Just some just right up or something, man.
It sounds like the Spurs thing to do. But listen, from Matty and myself, we've been the Heart Now Here Spurs Fans podcast. And it all comes down to Thursday. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.